This is the second Seagate drive that I have. And I'm gonna change it up a little bit because the first video I did, I started from the top. So I'm gonna see if it's easier to do the bottom first. So let me see what happens if I start. What I would like to do is be able to not have to take one side off to see if I can swap out the drive with just taking the bottom off. It's gonna be different because of these laps, these lips here. This will be fine. I wonder if I could. All right, let me see what I can do. Let me get the skinny screwdriver I was using. Let me try the front. Huh? I don't like leaving marks. I don't like these marks. I wish I didn't have to leave those marks. Let me see if I could do the back. All right, let me try the front. The front was giving way. I'll try it. Be real careful. Don't stab yourself. Yep, don't stab yourself. You gotta get it in there. If this slips and your hand's in the way, you can cut yourself. Please be careful. Do this at your own risk. Wow, this is like, I don't want to break it. I got the screwdriver in the front. It looks like the only way is in through the front, right there, as you can see. And I got the screwdriver to this. Let me put the metal thing I had in there before. Okay. Another plastic piece. I'll just keep moving down. Did not want to really do too much damage to the front. But I want to see if I can do it easier. Okay. I'm sorry, to the bottom, I should say. Okay. Ooh, that hurt. Be real careful. Okay, I was able to get that through. So now let me work this. Pushing this away. Breaking the least clamps that you can break. Okay, awesome. Okay, to this side. Okay, breaking the least clamps that you could again. I'm hearing them cracking, but I'm up. Look at that. Wow, I destroyed a bunch of them. Look at that. But, okay, I didn't do the back. How about the front? The front's not too bad as well. Ah, that one's broken. Okay. So that's through the bottom. This is the bottom. The reason for it is so that we can easily take this out and not have to remove the top. So in my last video, I started with the top one. In this one, I started with the bottom one. As you can see, it's much easier when it comes to swapping out the actual drive. And now I can just swap out the hard drive. As you can see, this is the hard drive. And I'll be swapping. Oh, look, I get a better view of the tape. So I don't do the same thing I did on the other one. So this is the second video on opening it through the bottom. What's nice is that the top is still intact and you don't damage it like you do when you're removing this, unless you're perfect at it. I'm not perfect at it. So that's my, now, if you didn't see my last video, the screws here, you unscrew this, replace the hard drive. I upgraded this whole enclosure to 22 terabytes. That's on another video I did. I put a 22 terabyte drive in here, which I will be doing with this one as well. I won't be doing it in this video since I already did it in another video. I'll be putting a 22 terabyte drive and everything will be working just fine. So that was a little bit easier and better overall. I have another one I have to open up and I will be doing it from the bottom. That way I don't destroy both sides, because in my last video I had to, because of the, you see these little legs there, you can see they don't come out from the top. So when I opened up this side, I couldn't pull the drive out. I still have to open up the bottom to get to the drive so I can replace it. So that's a way, this is a much better way, I think, overall. So, okay. So that's opening it through the bottom. Another way of opening up this drive, less damage. This is my second one. I still can't get it perfectly. Maybe you can. Maybe you'll get a better result. You won't get all these broken hinges. But it, like I showed you in the last video, it snaps back in with whatever's left. It kind of closes back in through this area here. So there's no issues on it opening. I don't see any. So I would just in the future make sure you hold them tightly, since they are hard drives, so you don't drop them and they don't open up. Like I won't hold it like this. I'll literally hold the whole drive like that. Make sure I have a good grip on it. So I noticed something in regards to the upgrading to the 22 terabyte drive. This board was inside this enclosure with the 22 terabyte drive in there for the transfer. But while this board was in here, I noticed that this light did not come on at all. I was wondering, hey, is something going on with the board? Maybe the board is going bad. So I swapped the boards to a working one. So I had it set up like this. I'm transferring data from here to here. and I took the enclosure out because I'm going to be upgrading this drive with another enclosure. So, I'm sorry, with a 22 terabyte drive, and I'm going to be putting the 22 terabyte drive to the enclosure that this drive was in. This is the 10 terabyte drive that came with the Seagate BackUp Plus enclosure, and you can see the light's working fine, but over here it's not. So like I said, this was actually in here. So I thought maybe there's something going on with the board, maybe the board is failing. So what I did was I actually swapped the boards. I put the board that had been working, the one that was in here was originally here, it had been working. I swapped them to see what's going on with the light, like why this light wasn't coming on over here. So one thing I noticed, even though I swapped them, now the one that wasn't working, now it's working. You can see the light. It's working just fine. So I don't know if it's a capacity thing. I have no idea. I mean, they're all Seagate drives, so I don't understand the issue. Just wanted to mention the fact that the light on the 22 terabyte drive is not working when I install the 22 terabyte drive into this enclosure. The light is just not working. The drive is working fine. I'm transferring files, I'm moving files left and right. There is no issues. The only issue there is that this is not coming on. And while I'm here, since the light stops working when I install a 22 terabyte, let's make sure that the hub is working well. So I'm putting in a USB drive. I'm just gonna let you know if it comes up. Yep, it came up. Take it out. Put it in. Yep, it came up. And then let me drop a file in there. Hold on. Yep, I dropped the file in there. I moved the file from it. Okay. Working. Okay. So the USB hub is working fine. It's just the light. So when I upgraded the enclosure to the 22 terabyte drive, the light stopped coming on, like over here. I swapped one, like one that I knew was working. I swapped it and it stopped working again. So it's not the light that's not working or the board. It's actually when I installed the 22 terabyte drive into this enclosure that the light stops working. But the drive is working the way it's supposed to, and I need that space so I could do without the light. I just hope there is no other issues, but you'll know at the end of this video if I found any other issues. But so far, so good. That's the only issue I found so far. All right, so I hope this video helps. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye now.